Jared Benner here. Hey everyone! Since Halloween is coming up, I thought I'd make this month's video of me telling a ghost story, alright? So here it goes. So there's this kid named Mikey. He's 17 years old and stays with his, parents and sisters and brothers, and they live in a pretty big home. But this kid, Mikey, he's a huge Christian. Now, he's not one of those Christians that consider that they're religious. To Mikey, it's a lot deeper than being a type of religious. To him, he has this deep, strong relationship with God. And it's not just Mikey that feels that way, but his whole family has this strong faith in God, this strong relationship with God. And then not just Mikey's family, but the entire street that Mikey lives on is this street of families that have this deep relationship with God. So one morning, Mikey wakes up and he calls for his parent. Nobody answers. He gets out of bed and walks around. Can't find his mom, his dad, any of his sisters or his brothers or anything. And he starts freaking out because every single morning, Mikey wakes up super early and the whole family is always there. There's never an exception, and if they're going on a family vacation, Mikey's always included. So he starts freaking out, where is everybody? Everybody's always there. He goes around and searches the entire house and nobody's there. So he steps outside and all chaos had unleashed. There's homes on fire, cars crashed into each other on fire, house destroyed, everything was a disaster. And he's like, oh my goodness, was I left behind in the rapture? He starts really going crazy. His heart starts going ba-boom, 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 really fast. And he's like, did I really get left behind from the rapture? He decides to go outside of his street. So on all the streets that are outside of this big Christian street are full of the darkest, deepest sinners you could imagine that have no relationship at all with God. And so he goes on the street, and as soon as he steps on the street, zombies start coming in after him. Zombies, if he went right, the zombies were there coming after him. If he went left, the zombies were there. They were all just coming from each direction after him, just coming slowly with worms coming out of their eyes and their faces all torn apart, and just you could tell that they were the Walking Dead and just coming right after him. And so the only thing he could think of doing is just running, and then he decides to go into the abandoned insane asylum. And so he goes inside the abandoned insane asylum, and once he goes in there, there's all these insane people just rocking back and forth really quickly and laughing and hysterically. All these weird looking people, but the one thing that all these weird looking people acting hysterically crazy, the one thing that they all had in common is that their faces looked like Freddy Krueger's. They all looked like Freddy Krueger. And all of a sudden, it went from him, Mikey, being inside this insane asylum to being inside a boiler room. And then all of a sudden, Freddy Krueger in his full outfit and form with his gloves with the claws starts coming towards him, and then all of a sudden Freddy Krueger takes his hand and slashes at Mikey, and there's a big huge slash across his chest, and all of a sudden Mikey starts to disappear, and Freddy's like, no! And then Mikey's back in his bed at home, and his friend Bobby is waking him up, and saying, Mikey, Mikey, Mikey. And so Bobby wakes up Mikey and says, you had a bad dream, come on, it's time to go to church. So Bobby and Mikey go to church, and once they get to church, the pastor turns out to be Freddy Krueger. Hello, happy Halloween.